Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Bal Joshi. He is a true life Superman. He's about to embark on an odyssey, 7 continents, 7 marathons in 7 days. You're going to hear his incredible story just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
All right, millions of people wake up every morning and they hit the snooze. My next guest wakes up and thinks, I'm going to do a half marathon this morning. Bal Joshi is in the studio. He's known as the running monk, and we're going to have to hear that story. But you are about to embark on the odyssey of your life. 7 marathons, 7 days, 7 continents. Talk about that.
Well, this is one of the toughest race that I've ever done. It starts from Antarctica, 31st of January. We run there, and the next day is in Cape Town for Africa. And third day is Perth, Australia. 4th day is Dubai, Asia. And 5th day is Madrid for Europe. 6th day is Brazil for South America, and the finale is in Miami.
Well, I can't even imagine. I mean, if you think about like the time that you're finishing a race, you're going to the airport, hopefully you're grabbing a nap on the plane, but then you wake up and you're in a new continent about to run the race again.
That is the beauty of this race, that there is no recovery time, there's no sleep time, there is no per se, oh, I'm going to relax and rest and recover time. You finish the race in one continent, you get on the plane and you get to a next continent, and then you go to the race site, you run, finish your race, get back on the plane,
wow,
and then off to the next.
And we were talking just before the show, fewer than 500 people have ever done this?
That is correct. Fewer than 500 people have done this race since the inception of the organized race in this manner. It's considered fairly challenging given the logistics, and you have to run every day a new full marathon. It's not the easiest task, but it is possible.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to show some video that was shot not too long ago. Let's go ahead and roll this with audio up full.
This is Bal Joshi, banker by day, marathon monk by, well, also day. He's on a mission to make the world run at its own pace. Ambitious? Whew. Oh, absolutely. He says no one wakes up and runs 42 kilometers. They start with one step, one choice. Look at him. Squats, push-ups, maybe even stretching. My God, I'm already questioning why I'm still in bed. He's relentless, obsessed, driven. Not to beat anyone, but to wake everyone. Best of luck, world. Because this man isn't just running. He's starting something. Something real. Something important. And maybe, just maybe, we should all start paying attention.
Incredible. And I was blown away. We were talking before the show. You just started this part of your journey in 2021.
That is correct. I'm a very new kid on the block in terms of running goes. I started my first formal race was half marathon, BMW Dallas half marathon. That was in 2021, December 2021. So it's been 4 years, but the most rewarding 4 years of my life.
I mean, did you even know you had this kind of grit? Because, I mean, I'm sure there are days that you wake up and you don't feel like getting out of bed, like most people, but something causes you to say, I'm going to do a half marathon?
See, that's the beauty of life, right? We are limited by our own perceived limitation. We think that's our boundary. We think that's our limit. Whether you run or decided to do a 100-sub television studio, quit a professional job such as you, and decided to do this, create a new empire and a space for a lot of people that they could share the story. So unless and until you try, you don't know what you are capable of. The idea is, yes, I did not know that it is in me. I'm not special in any way, any capacity. I think we all have it. We just have to find it, that it.
Well, you have the name of a best-selling book in you. It's called My Race, My Pace.
That's my desire. In fact, I did file a trademark application for it. It's not approved yet, but I'm sure, hope one day it will be. The idea of My Race, My Pace is we live our life in comparison. In general, that's kind of how we humans are. We look at somebody else to feel better, or somebody else to feel depressed, and that is a very toxic way to live a life. That's kind of how I was brought up. That is in me, and then I apply that same principle in running, because in running community, if you ask anyone, I run. If someone says I ran a full marathon, and in general, the next question is, what was your pace? And my answer, the way I want to answer is none of your business. That is the real answer that I would like to give, but I'm kind of polite in that manner. I would say, well, this was my pace, but that's not really my thing. I was not going for it.
Yes.
The reason that I refuse to chase a pace, whether it's running or personal life or professional life, there's always somebody's going to be better than you are. If you chase that race, that mirage, it never ends.
Yes.
Therefore, I focus on my own race, where you should focus on your race, your pace, and most important thing is not how fast you are in your life, how strong you are, or how rich you are, or how powerful you are. Do you have a balance?
Yes.
Do you have a rhythm in your life? That's the key, and that's the mantra of My Race, My Pace.
Okay, and we kind of buried the lead. You're not going to be running this race in the traditional runner's garb. What will you be wearing?
This particular race, this 777, that's what they call the World Marathon Challenge. This one, I would like to promote my heritage. I never want to forget where I came from, my roots, and where I was born in Nepal. And I would like to wear a Nepali traditional heritage attire for all races. I mean, that is not the most comfortable race attire that you could have. But it is comfortable. I'm comfortable with it. That is the message that I'm trying to provide here is, if you pick up a challenge and you enhance that challenge by adding certain level of difficulties to it, next time when you do it, it's much easier.
Yes.
You do it with much ease. So that is the intention here.
I'm so impressed with you. You also do this for charity. Let's go ahead and show this headline, because you've raised a lot of money for charity. Tell us why that's important to you.
So there's a two aspect of it, right? Most of us run for ourselves. We run for our health, we run for our fitness, we run for our mental peace. There could be a variety of reasons. And some people run for a podium. There are very few percentage of people from a Kipchoge world, right? In which he also decided to do. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, he's also doing the 777.
Wow.
Just not in 7 days. So he has announced to do 7 marathons on 7 continents in a couple of years. I think that's his plan. Wow. And then he also created again. So eventually people, if you ever look at anyone's life cycle, any successful people, they get to a certain level and then they do charity. Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. We need that. Right? But the way I see it is, okay, if you have it, you give, that's great. But anybody could do that. What if you give when you don't have it?
Yes.
someone might argue, is it practical? It is absolutely practical. It is doable, and I have done it. So what I do is, if I'm running, most of my races, I try to raise money for other people, for a cause that is close to me. For instance, I ran Boston Marathon, raising money for the American Liver Foundation. My dad passed away because of liver failure. So very personal, close to me.
Sure.
I ran a Berlin Marathon back in September. I raised money for the Meal on the Wheel of Tarrant County. That organization supports the seniors in our area for hot meal. I know how it feels to go months without a proper hot meal. I know, I have lived that life. So I feel these things. And then the second aspect of my running journey, what I do is I've started a couple of races in DFW. I do organize one race in Fort Worth. I organize one race in Arlington, and I'm about to organize another race in Euless. Here in DFW. So every race, we raise money and we give it to different charities. As I said, everyone can run for themselves, but if there is a way to run for somebody else,
yes,
I think there is an added beauty to your mission.
So we have about 2 minutes left. So I want you to look into the camera on the left and talk to the viewer who is going through something, because I think like the ritual that you have where you're going to put your body to the test really pays dividends. So like many of us, we get caught up in our own thoughts, right? If only this would happen, or if only, I had this circumstance. When you're out there running, it's just you against you.
That is the beauty of running. It's very, very real. You cannot fake it. Every breath is a struggle. Every step is a struggle. But you overcome with it every single time. It empowers your brain. If you are listening to me, please pay attention what I'm about to say. Running not necessarily mean you run, you get up and then you start running nonstop. No, it just means that you are moving at a pace that is comfortable to you. Don't look at, so-and-so could run half marathon in this many times or that time. Doesn't matter. Just look at it. Just get up, do your thing, and get back to your normal life.
Well, I think about so many sports or team sports, football, basketball, baseball. This is you against you. So look into the camera on the left and talk to that person who needs to have their own challenge and prove something to themselves.
Life is all about choices that we make. Every morning we have a choice to get up and find your rhythm, find your pace, go on a walk, go on a jog, go on a run, whatever makes you comfortable. I think choosing that is the most important thing. But beyond that, the why behind it is that if we don't pick up from where we are today, we will never be ahead of today. We will be kind of stuck with what we have and where we are. So in order to change that, in order to shatter that barrier, we have to start taking control of our life. And the running teaches you every morning. Walk teaches you every morning. The jogging teaches you every morning, because it is real. You cannot fake it. You cannot ask somebody's help. It's you against you, as you said, Jeff. It's every breath becomes a struggle. Every step becomes a struggle, but you win it. And then you feel very rewarding after the fact. And then you put that in practice in real life. You translate that running aspect of life to a real life. That's exactly how life is. So pick it up from wherever you are and start the journey today.
Outstanding. And remember, my race, my pace.
That is it.
Upcoming best-selling book soon. Bal Joshi, he is known as the Running Monk. We're going to end with his Instagram page so you can get in touch with him. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.